Seasons, greetings YouTube friends. So 2 weeks ago I uploaded a video and it's called Tiny House Update and other Thanksgiving stuff. And one of the viewers made a comment and they were giving me some suggestions about taking care of my rabbits. So I wanted to say thank you to that person. If you see this video, I appreciate your your concern. And I looked over that video, and you're right, the bunny hutch was it needed to be cleaned up. So I try to keep on top of it as best I can, but sometimes I get busy with other stuff, and so but I try to keep the bunny hutch somewhat orderly as best I can. So this is Pumpernickel or Pumper, and I have to keep them separated because they don't always get along. This rabbit here is Mayonnaise, or Mayo for short, and rabbits like to have little boxes that they can hide in, and they like to poop and eat in the same place, more or less. I think, for lack of a better way of saying it. Like if this litter box, well, it's not actually a litter box. The other litter box ended up getting to what's the word? Wear and tear. There was too much wear and tear, so I just threw that away. So I'm temporarily using this aluminum roasting pan. So there's bedding, there's wood chip bedding underneath the hay. This is orchard hay, and then I give them the pellets, and their water dish, their water bowls, their water bowl there, and yeah. So anyways, I just wanted to let that viewer know that I do appreciate the concern and the suggestions for taking care of the rabbits, and just wanted to let you know that I am taking care of them as as best I can. They're not neglected. So anyway, so moving right along. So the cool thing about YouTube is it's like your own writer and your own director and your own actor and your own producer, all in one. Okay, so I'm sitting out here in my backyard right now, and I thought I'd give another update on the situation with me and Lydia. So the backstory with Lydia is in March of this year, for financial reasons, I needed to rent a room. It's a small house, but there's 4 bedrooms, and I had a spare room, and so I needed to go ahead and put that room up for rent. And so it was kind of weird how it happened. My intentions were to post my room for rent on Craigslist, and I was just about to do it when I thought I would go ahead and go on to Craigslist first to see if there was anybody out there looking for a 1-bedroom to rent. So in other words, you can put yourself on Craigslist as the person who has a room for rent, or you can put yourself on Craigslist as the person who is looking for a room to rent. So it just so happens this day I went to Craigslist to see if there was anybody out there looking for a room for rent, and lo and behold, Lydia was the second post that came up, and I read her post, and she sounded like she might be a good match for me. So I called her, and then a couple of days later she took a taxi, and because she was living in Camarillo and I'm here in Oxnard. She took a taxi because she doesn't drive anymore. There goes Dice. He sees well, what does he see? Oh, just the crows. There was a squirrel. There's the squirrel. See, he's anyway, I don't want to ramble too long, but so anyway, so I ended up finding Lydia. Lydia didn't find me. I found Lydia first. So she took a taxi and came to my house, and we met each other and we talked it over, and we decided that we felt like we'd be a good match for each other, and we moved forward. So Lydia has been here with us since March 10th. That's when she took possession of the room, March 10th. So the thing is though, and I explained this to Lydia from the onset, that I was looking to rent the room for about a year, about a year. And so what ended up happening was, long story short, it's not so easy for Lydia, being that she's she's elderly. She's 76, and she has some respiratory problems. She pretty much needs to be on this oxygen machine like all the time, and so it's not an easy thing for Lydia to. It's not like she can just jump in a car and just drive around and go and look for a place to rent. She pretty much has to do everything over the phone for the most part. Like her groceries, for example, she orders her groceries and then the groceries are delivered. And then when she has to run errands, sometimes I'll be her Uber driver, and I'll take her where she needs to go, and she will pay me, or she'll call for it's provided through the, honestly, I don't know who provides the service, but it's not Uber and it's not Lyft. It's a taxi service for seniors. So anyway, when we had the conversation about, I needed to let her know that I wasn't in a position to where I could just let her rent the room indefinitely. I'm not in that position to do that. And so, so she understood, and so, well, that's when we started talking about the tiny house. Well, we did some research and all that, and that took us some weeks and kind of going back and forth and looking around, and that got to be way, way too expensive. We found on YouTube this channel. It's called Incredible Tiny Homes, and they're based in Newport, Tennessee, and they build the tiny homes, and then you pay somebody to haul the tiny home, or you go and pick it up yourself and you haul it to wherever it is that you're taking it to. So well, she right away, she fell in love with one of the models, and it was fairly large. It was a 10 by 28, and like fully loaded, very nice, really, really nice. Guess what it cost? $82,000. Okay, so by the time we did other research and found out from a general contractor what it would cost to do the hookups for plumbing and electric, so she could live in the in the tiny house with plumbing and electric. Not gas, because it was what they call an induction stovetop. Anyway, the and some cement work, and then she was gonna have to have a ramp because she uses a walker. So it got to be quite expensive. The contractor gave her an estimate at around 16,000. Was it 16? No, 18. 18,000 is the quote that she got from the general contractor. So it would have been the 82 for the tiny house, 18 for the hookups to do all of the electrical and the plumbing for the tiny house, and then it would have cost her another 15,000 to have a contractor basically haul it here to us here in California from Newport, Tennessee, and that would be about another 15,000. So we decided, not we, she decided that it was just getting too expensive altogether. Okay, so she scratched that. We scratched that tiny house idea that we had. So now she's looking for what they call a fifth wheel trailer. So I took her the day before yesterday to a dealer here in town where we live, and then later this afternoon I'm taking her to another dealer in Ventura, which is the next city over from us, and she's gonna go look at some fifth wheels there. Now she found one that she liked the day before yesterday, and it was going for 35,900, I think. Anyway, so my property is it's a property lot size of, I think it's a 1/4 acre. Now the house is small, albeit it's 4 bedrooms with two bathrooms. It's still a small house. It's only 1,300 square feet. Well, 1,360 square feet. That's not a big house. And the backyard is twice as big as what my house is. So the issue of, you know, space is that it's a non-issue. There's plenty of backyard here for Lydia to put a fifth wheel trailer. So anyways, we're doing that. Okay, so I've been rambling a little bit too much, so I'm going to wrap it up now. The thing I wanted to say before I hop off is, you know, I've been listening to Robert Kennedy Jr. and one of the podcasts I heard him talk about that when he's being attacked, basically, that he tries not to, he doesn't want to get caught up in that, and he asks for us to try and do the same and not to be mean-spirited about politics, and not to bash other politicians and show grace, you know, and that type of thing. So for the most part, I've been doing that. I've been trying to do that. But I don't know if any of you have seen this one TikTok video where it's his nephew. So his name is, what is his name? Okay, he is President John Kennedy's grandson. His mother is Caroline Kennedy. So David, I think his name is David Schlossberg. So anyway, he is Bobby Jr.'s nephew. So, is it his nephew or is it his cousin? Okay, wait a minute now. Guess it would be his cousin? Wait, I gotta think about this for a minute. Okay, so Bobby's, second cousin? Nephew? No, I think that would make them second cousins. Anyway, he's John F. Kennedy's grandson. So he made this TikTok video, and he pretty much bashes Robert Kennedy Jr. and anyway, the thing of it is, Robert Kennedy Jr. didn't really even fire back or make a comment back to any of it. He just, I don't want to say he ignored it, but he didn't play into that. So up until last night, that's kind of what I've been trying to do, because I've gotten some, I've taken a little bit of heat for supporting Robert Kennedy Jr. In other words, like, not all of my family members are supporting Robert Kennedy Jr. like my father, one of my sisters, a cousin of mine, and an uncle of mine have all really expressed to me that basically if I vote for Bobby, I'm essentially, it's like they're saying giving a vote to Bobby is giving a vote to Donald Trump in a nutshell. So anyway, I have this one uncle, and you know, I've been using my Facebook page to support and promote Bobby's candidacy, and he ends up usually jumping on and making a you know, an unkind remark. And last night I let it get to me, and I ended up bantering with him a little bit back and forth. Now this was going on at 11 o'clock at night, but still, so him and I went back and forth for a while, and I, not trying to be disrespectful because he is my uncle, but at the same time, I really didn't appreciate a lot of what he was saying to me and saying about Robert Kennedy Jr. So I said some things back to him, and you know, I'm a little bit, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself, but then again, I'm not. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So I just wanted to say that if you have that experience and you're somebody who supports Robert Kennedy Jr. and some friends or family members start to criticize you for supporting Robert Kennedy Jr., try not to get angry about it. Just try to listen to whatever they have to say and hear them out. And there's no need to be, you know, rude or make unkind comments. And I don't know, I might end up reaching out to my uncle and apologizing to him for some of what I said. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking it over. So, anyways, sorry that I rambled a bit, you guys. There's Dice taking a nap in the sun. And that's a red-footed tortoise. And we've had him for 11 years now. And his name is Gaspar. The reason we named him, well, I named him. It's because I gave him to my son as a Christmas present in December 2012. Christmas 2012 is when I gave the tortoise to my son, and I wanted to give him a Christmas name because it was a Christmas gift, and I don't know, I thought of the three kings, you know. It was Balthazar, Melchior, and Gaspar were the three wise men or the three kings, and so we went ahead and decided to give him the name Gaspar. Where's he at? So, yeah, that's about all I have to say. Oh, there's my flavored water that I'm drinking. All right, you guys, well, I'm going to close for now. Sorry that I rambled. I'll try not to do that anymore, but just giving you guys a little, just giving a little backstory to me and my life. Here I am. All right, bye, you guys. Take care.